So in 2 minutes, we shall begin the live stream. Yep, Bernard is here. Bernard, where are you watching from? Can you drop it in the comment section, Bernard? Thank you for joining. Tonight's live stream is gonna be super interesting. Yeah. So kindly drop where you are reaching out from in the comment section, Bernard. Yes. Yeah, time check is 7:33 p.m. So just in a minute or in 2 minutes time, we shall begin the live session. Keratin Denk, I see you. I think you are in Japan. You are welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Razak, I see you. Yeah, thanks for the like. Keratin, thank you for the likes. Thank you so much for the likes. Tonight we're going to talk about few things you should do if you want to apply for an ALT position. That's teaching job in Japan. A lot of people are going to be applying. So what should you do in order to put yourself above others? Yo, my brother, Razak, how are you? How is the jumping going? The baby shark, how is it going? Yeah, it is well, you know. Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. Bernard is watching from my lovely country, Ghana. Wow, shout out to Ghana. Yay. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. And we hope that following all these sessions we are having, we shall make it to Japan. Yes, so it is now 7:35 p.m. in Japan. Good evening from Japan, wherever you are watching from. If you are watching from Ghana, a very good morning. If you are watching from Nigeria, a very good morning. If you are watching from any part of my lovely continent, Africa, I believe we are all in the morning. Good morning and welcome to this live stream. Yeah, I see you, Beatrice. Hello, I see you. I see you. Okay, you are most welcome. Yes, in tonight's live, I have titled it Know Your Worth. Yes, know your worth. The 3 questions every ALT applicant must answer. You know, few days ago, I asked a question in my WhatsApp group, my WhatsApp family. You know, I have a small family on WhatsApp, and people joined from the YouTube. So I don't just share the link with everybody. Everybody can join, but if you want to be part, then kindly check the YouTube and join from there, because you need to know the worth of it before you join. So I dropped a question in the group, and the responses have made me realize that no, we need to dive deeper into this topic in order to boost our chances when we are applying for these ALT positions. Because you know, it is time again for applications. Many of us might have tried last season, which is last year, or even early this year, and we couldn't make it. It might not be our fault. It could be some little things we could have done better and we could have made it, but because we might have forgotten or we didn't even realize they were very important, that is why we didn't do it. So in this life, I am about to remind us. If we already know about it, we will remind ourselves. If we don't know, then we can go ahead and take it as a new something we are learning, and in order to put our legs forward. Because in this application season, many people are applying. And one thing is also that now Japan has given a type of visa to those foreigners who are considered as native speakers, and they call it holiday work visa. So, for example, students in the United States, Canada, Australia could get such visas and come to Japan and study or and work for 1 year. Yeah, for 1 year. So some companies, might prefer to just get them here and forget about the struggles of applying for COEs for you and others. So once you get a chance, there is something or there are certain things you need to do in order to make your application stand out. During interview sessions, what we are talking about is mainly during interview sessions, and some of them through filling of the forms. So please, let's pay attention and take these things in so that we can make our application stand out. Okay? All right. But before that, we all know that I have been talking about this book. Some of you have gotten a copy, you know the worth of it, and others are yet to. So if you are yet to, kindly favor yourself, not me, favor yourself by getting a copy, because it has a lot of information that could help you to sail through this application season. So please, I encourage you to grab a copy and take it from there. After grabbing a copy, if you have any further question, don't forget to link up any means. You'll get a way of linking up with me through the ebook, and link up anyhow, any means possible to you, and let's keep in touch and work towards your success to Japan. All right? Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, TikTok. Thank you for the likes. Thank you so much for the likes. Let's keep going. As I said, tonight's live, I have titled this Know Your Worth. Know your value. The worth here means your value. Know your value. Okay. There are certain things that we've been doing which we don't take it serious. We didn't realize, or we don't value it. We didn't know that it's something we should talk about. And this is why this live stream is going to enlighten us to take notice of the little things that we do for ourselves, which could be of beneficial to us. It could improve our chances. Okay. All right. One thing we should remember is the process is not just about your resume or your degree or your English level. Okay. The process is not just about your resume, your degree, or your English level, because even people from the English speaking countries are applying for this job. So if it is about English speaking, we know where we are. Okay. If it is about degree, a lot of people, thousands of people, if not millions of people are applying each year, and they all have degrees. So it's not necessarily about degree. All right. Is it resume? If it is about resume, some people may contact experts, all right, to write their resumes for them. So if somebody contacts an expert to write a resume for him or her, you should know the value of the resume. So why should the companies forget about all these people and choose you? Why should they? This is what we are going to talk about in this live stream. And that is why I want to inform all of us that it is not about your resume. It is not about your degree. It is not about your English speaking level. It is also not about your TEFL or TESOL. So what is it about? That is what we are going to get into. Okay. So tonight we are going to talk about just three questions that we need to ask ourselves. And by the time we finish answering them, we will get completely everything that we need to do. Are you ready? TikTok, are you ready? YouTube, are you ready? Okay. If we are ready, then we will get into it. Okay. We have a question here. Pastor, is it Pastor Ile Kuma? Please, my name is Mr. Isaac. I want to ask, must someone have a driver's license and know how to speak Japanese before you apply? Okay. This is a question from someone on YouTube. Must someone have a driver's license also know how to speak Japanese? So, Mr. Isaac, these are some of the questions we'll be asking ourselves. I began by saying that it's not about just your bachelor's degree. It's not about just how you speak English. It's not about just having a good resume. Okay, so a lot of people are applying each year. Good. They have all these three things. What do you think you need to do in order to put yourself above some of those people? Do you get a point? So if you have a driver's license, the companies like to have people who can drive so that they can put them or they can send them to the rural areas, places that are not train does not run there quickly as possible as in the cities, as in the big cities. So they like people who have driver's license. So are you thinking, or do you think if you have it, it's going to put you above others? Number two, a lot of people are coming, they have all these things. For example, maybe they have bachelor's, they have resume, they have TEFL, they have driver's license. What should you do in order to put yourself above them? What if you have studied Japanese and you can speak Japanese? Because the companies want people who can speak Japanese. It is not a must. However, if you can speak Japanese a little, not the professional one, just a little, the basic introduction, you can go about daily lives, you know, it's something the companies are interested and willing or will be happy if their employees could speak Japanese. So do you think if you can speak Japanese, it will put you ahead of someone? I want to hear from you, Mr. Isaac. What do you think? So by answering this question, we will know if it is a need for us to have a driver's license or it's a need for us to speak Japanese. Do you understand the point? So tonight, I'm just here to ask ourselves questions and try to answer it by ourselves. I cannot tell you, yes, get a driver's license or speak Japanese. No, it should be within you. If it's an intrinsic motivation, that is the best. You know, we have intrinsic motivation, teachers, Yeah, so Mr. Isaac, I believe you are getting what I'm saying. Yeah, okay. AK-47, I will be an yes. It will be an added advantage. That's the point. That is exactly the point someone is saying on TikTok. It will be an added advantage. Okay, let's keep going. So at a point, I'm going to share my screen so that sorry, TikTok is not watching, but definitely you will hear whatever I'm saying. So I think we are good. All right. Thank you so much for the likes. Yeah, so are we ready? If we are ready, let's keep going. Let's keep going. So the question one, I'm going to ask few questions and we'll try to answer them by ourselves. Okay. Yeah. So question one, what makes me stand out in the crowd? Okay. I think at this point, I need to start sharing my screen. Yeah. Question one. Question one. What makes me stand out in the crowd of applicants? Okay. Yeah. Pastor says, it's better I have both. Yeah, if you can have both, please go ahead. It will help you. All right. Yeah, so that is it. I'm glad you got it. I'm super glad you got it. Okay. Question one, what makes me stand out in the crowd of applicants? As I said earlier, there are thousands of applicants applying. All right. So what makes you me, I came from a village. Oh, what made me stand out? I've been sharing some of them. And tonight, I want us to ask ourselves as well. This one, it's not about wherever you are from, wherever you come from. No. They don't actually think about that. They think about you, what you are bringing on the table. So let's see. Okay. So the generic question, yeah, stand out. There are certain things that, for example, if a question is asked, this one, it comes in some of the applications some of the company's application form, you will meet questions like, why do you want to be a teacher? All right. Such a question, it seems simple, or it sounds so simple. However, answering this question needs deeper thinking. A lot of thinking has to go into it before you answer. As I keep saying, there are a lot of people applying. Some of them have never been teachers before, because you don't need to be a teacher in order to qualify to teach English in Japan. So if you have been a teacher, you have been teaching for a long time or even a short time, there should be a difference in your answer. The way you answer should tell the recruiter that, yes, this person is not a novice. This person is not new to teaching. All right. So these are some of the ways we should answer such questions in order to stand out. Do you get a point? So the generic question, the generic here means very open, simple, common answer that somebody could just give. All right. So, for example, I am passionate about education and I love Japanese culture. It doesn't make any sense to the recruiter. Yes, you are passionate about education. Yes. And you love Japanese culture. Yes. And so what? No, it doesn't actually convince or even confuse. It wouldn't confuse the recruiter to take you over others. All right. So this is how we should answer such questions. After the second answer, let's decide which one is better. All right. So the first one is, like I said, I am passionate about education and I love Japanese culture. That's the first one. The second one is, I taught reading comprehension to primary school kids in Lagos for 2 years, and I used storytelling to keep them engaged. I want to bring that energy into a Japanese classroom. This is practical. You see, you have told the recruiter that, yes, it doesn't, I am not really going to be a teacher now. I have been teaching. I have been doing the work, and I have been using this storytelling. I have been using this method to engage the kids. And you are telling the recruiter that you want to bring that energy into the classroom in Japan. That is what the recruiters want. Do you get a point? That is what they want. They want to see you having authority over what you do. Not just a generic answer, you are passionate about education. And so what? It doesn't matter. You are not convincing the recruiter. Are you getting the point? So, I believe by now we know that, yes, this answer might work better than the first one. Is that not it? All right. We have a question. I think we do. Okay. So Isaac says, please say, how many times do I need to apply to a company? Yeah, so Mr. Isaac, if you apply to a company, for example, now that we are all companies have started recruiting, if you apply after 2 weeks, you haven't gotten any response, you can still apply, but use a different email, because most of the companies that you would need to apply on their website, they use automated system to pick or select applicants. If they haven't gotten back to you, it simply means your system, or your email has not been picked by the automatic system they set up. So you just have to change your email and reapply again. Have I answered you? Yeah, Beatrice, what about someone who has not taught before? Yes, if you haven't taught before, listen, the teaching here is not limited to only classroom. Okay? The teaching here is not limited to only classroom. If you have done anything that has to do with handling kids, dealing with kids, or even if it is dealing with adults, it's fine. If you have taught in Sunday schools in your church, it's a good experience. You can talk about it I have been teaching in my Sunday schools at so and so. I use this to control the kids or to engage them, make them enjoy my lessons. Or it's a perfect example. Okay, if you are somebody who deals with the grown-ups, I have been organizing workshops for this group of people. I told them this and that. It's a nice experience. It's just that they wish or they love it if you have experience with kids, because the primary aim is for you to be with kids. But if you have dealt with adults, it's fine. It's a nice experience. You can share it, you can write it. But you don't have to just say you don't have any experience. Okay, that one, if somebody writes, I have taught 2 years, this and that, and you have written, you have not gotten any experience, you know yourself. You get the point? So yeah, go within yourself. That is why we are here. Go within yourself. What have you done with kids before? It might be minute, it might be small that you don't know that you could talk about. So we are here to inform you that yes, those are certain things that you have to hold on to because they are valuable. That is why the title is Know Your Worth, Know Your Value. Those things that you have done, you think they are not anything, but we are encouraging you in this live stream that, hey, they are something that somebody did not do. So you doing that, you have putting yourself or you have a step ahead of someone. So go within yourself, ask yourself deep questions, reflect. When you sit down, reflect. It could be years after. All right. Once you have done it before, you can talk about it. Few years ago, I used to do this and that. However, because of this situation, I'm no more doing it, but I believe I am worthy of doing it again, bringing it to the Japanese classroom. It means you are not new to teaching. That's all. Do you get the point, Beatrice? Okay. Um, Sekina says, can I apply as per school teacher? Please, Sekina, I don't think I understand your question. Can you come clearer, please? Can I apply as per school teacher? Please, I don't get it. Please explain further so that we go ahead. All right. Okay. You have PR in Japan. Oh, are you giving me PR? Somebody say you have PR in Japan. Are you asking a question, please? Can you come clearer? I arrived last week here in Japan. Oh, wow. You're welcome. You're welcome. How is Japan? Thank you so much. You can share your experience with us. Thank you so much. You'll be okay. Yes, please. You are welcome to Japan. Thank you so much. Okay. It has been raining, yeah. Can we change our jobs in Japan? Yes, you can. You can change your job where you are going. If the company wants you, yes, it's possible you can change your job in Japan. All right. It's all about changing of contract legally. It's done. You can do it. Okay. But the easiest way to come is just through the teaching that we are talking about. So changing is possible. You can change it. Beatrice, for Mr. Isaac's question, what if the automatic system picks you and the company does reject one after maybe the first interview? Can the person apply again with a different email to another job post? Okay, so this is the situation. If the company get to interview you, even the first stage, and you couldn't make it to the next stage for that year or for that application season, you cannot apply again, because even if you try, no matter how many emails you use for that, you have entered the system, they have taken record of your details, so you will not even get through. They won't get back to you. So, but you can apply after that season. Do you get the point, Beatrice? So yeah, if the companies did not get back to you, You can keep applying using different email until you are invited to an interview. But after the interview, if you are not able to make it, unfortunately, then you have to apply the next application season. All right. Yasekina says preschool teacher. Okay. The companies, dispatch companies don't send teachers to preschools. For a dispatch company, they send teachers to from elementary school, that's primary school, junior high, and sometimes senior high. But if you want to work with preschool, when you come here, you can look for preschools and you apply directly. Okay. But if you have qualification to teach in preschools and you have a bachelor, you can still apply to the dispatch companies. Once your performance has caught their attention, you can be employed. They will employ you. And when you get here, you can work on your preschool teaching. That is, if preschool is what you prefer. Okay. All right. Beatrice says companies that post more than one job, can one apply to all job adverts from the same company? That is why I mostly recommend that you apply from the website. So if you apply for the website, you are just applying for one. Okay. So I know that Borderlink may apply or Interac may, sorry, not apply, may advertise job in this prefecture, in that prefecture, or in this prefecture. Okay. But those ones are mainly for people who are already in Japan. Yes, those adverts you see here and there, they are mainly for people already in Japan. For those of you who are outside Japan, yours is to just apply because they are looking for people to just come to Japan. Wherever you are going to be, you don't know for now. Okay, so you just apply wherever they want to post you. In fact, in the form, they will ask you, would you prefer a rural area or an urban area, and why? Give reason. I advise people to just tell them or answer by saying, wherever your services are needed, they should send you. Because if you choose a place and unfortunately they don't have contracts there, you are denying yourself technically. Do you get a point? So just be open. Once you get to Japan, it is easy to change. So yeah, Beatrice, I believe I have answered you, right? Okay. Yes. On TikTok, can you use visit visa to work? Sorry, absolutely a big no. Pogasti, a big no. Capital no, you can't. Can you use HND holders to apply for a job? Unfortunately, the Japanese immigration don't recognize HND for visa, especially for work visa. Yeah, they don't recognize HND for work visa. They give work visa to people who have bachelors or above. How many years you are in Japan? Just me. How many years? I don't think my number of years will help this conversation. Can we change our job? Yeah, I've answered that question. Okay. We have another question. Anchor Stitches says, I have BSc, but not in education, but I can still apply. Yes. In whatever field, it doesn't matter. You can still apply. Okay. All you need is a bachelor in physics, in English, in science, in health. You can still apply. Once you are able to demonstrate to them that, yes, you can teach, it is possible to get you employed. There are people here who have never taught in classrooms before. Some of them from my beautiful country, Ghana, they are here. They have never been teachers before, but they are here. Their bachelors are not in education. They don't have educational background, but they are here. So yes, you are eligible to apply. Please, the certificate of eligibility shows that you have gotten a work visa and job. Okay, son of God. If you have a job, there are some categories of people who are who can get certificate of eligibility. Number one, if you have a work and the company provides you with document, the company will apply for the work visa for the COE for you so that you can apply for work visa from your country. So workers, Number one. Number two, if you are coming as a student, your school is going to apply for the COE on your behalf and send to you, because it is the COE that will guarantee that you get visa in your country. So workers, students. Number three, dependents. If you are here and you want to bring your family, your wife or your kids, you will apply for the COE for them, and they will apply for their visa and come. So basically, the COE is for people who will be living in Japan for more than 90 days. That is for more than 3 months. You will need to apply for a COE, or they need to apply for a COE for you before you can come. Have I answered you, please? All right. Beatrice said, because we hear people say they apply to almost 100 jobs. No, you can apply for most jobs. I encourage people to apply for as many jobs as possible, but not with the same company. Beatrice, that's the difference. Maybe you apply for Borderlink, you apply for Interac, you apply for Joy Talk, you apply for Heart Corporation. Yes, like that, different companies. If it is up to 100, that's fine. But you can't apply for Borderlink. No, it doesn't work that way. You are wasting your time. All right, thank you. When should we start applying? This is is it Tokozi? I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name well. Let me mention the last part. Kadango. Yeah, Kadango. Yeah. According to Borderlink, they have started recruitment from April. So it means you can start the application now. All right. If you are ready, if you have your bachelor's, you have your TEFL, you have your resume, you can start the application now. Bernard says, can the credit card or minimum balance one has to have in account affect application? Maybe you are unable to provide credit card during the second form filling, especially with Borderlink. Well, I don't know much about that, because during my time there wasn't anything like credit card. I want to convince myself that Borderlink has introduced this credit card system because of their experience with how people misused their system. When we came, the initial payment and all those stuffs, we were supposed to pay. However, we were told that, okay, they can cover it and take it from our salaries for some number of months, which some of us agreed to. But I think people misuse or abuse that system. That is why it seems like now you need to use credit card and pay before you come. So I don't know if you have another means of making them aware that yes, you have the money to pay. I believe you can go through. So they're just being careful. I'm sure, if you are in their position, you will do the same thing, right? Okay. So when I come with visit visa, can I change into working visa? Pogasti, I'm sorry, you can't. For now, I'm sorry. Don't even try it. Well, if you are somebody who think you can be adventurous, please try it. Go ahead. But I am telling you, with people's experience that they've shared with me, both privately and even I share some on my TikTok here, I'm telling you, you cannot change it. I didn't reply you. Please, what's your question? Streetwear, please. Maybe I missed it. Can you please say it again? Can you please drop it again, please? Yeah, streetwear. Can you say it before we go on? All right. Just 1 minute. Let's answer that and we'll go on. Okay. I have applied to different schools, no response. I have Bachelor of Education in History. Okay, that's your question. All right. Coming to Japan, please let's understand that most of the schools don't recruit directly from outside Japan. You need to be inside Japan before you can get those direct jobs. So if you are applying to schools directly, you might not get it. You need to apply to dispatch companies. like the Interac, the Heart Corporation, the Joy Talk, the A to Z, the Borderlink. Those are the companies you should target. So when you apply to such companies, when you come and you want to switch over, you can do that easily. However, I only encourage people to at least complete a 1-year contract so that you might not block chances for people from your country. Because once you leave your country, you are not considered as a person, you are considered as a country. So whatever you do, it might affect people from your country either positively or negatively. Okay? I am a plumber. Please, can I get work? Yes, you can get work if only you have studied the Japanese language and you write their test and have their certificate. That one you can apply for job because Japan is not an English-speaking country. Amount for Japan visa. Sorry, Yakubu, I don't know what you're asking. I am currently teaching to what have been doing. Oh, I don't know if I get you, please. All right, so let's continue. Let's continue. So I believe we've just the first question. We are still on the first question, but I believe this has been answered correctly and we got it right. All right, let's proceed to the next one. The next one being, what mistakes African applicants stand out? What makes what makes African applicants stand out? What makes us stand out? Okay, what makes us stand out? We have certain things that could make us stand out. Let's look at them. Yeah, Levy says, if I am asked the duration of years I want to stay, what is advisable to pick? Okay, they mostly prefer people who want to stay with them for long. So choose the highest. I think it's 5 years. So choose 5 or above. Okay. Yeah, Levy, that's the best. So yeah, what makes African applicants stand out? Let's see. Teaching or tutoring experience back home, even informal, like I said this earlier, even informal, like the churches, like the communal labor. Even if you are in charge of even communal labor, it's kind of handling people. It depends on how you frame it, it depends on how you frame your experience. It depends on how you sell yourself. Okay, would make the interviewer see you to be somebody who is worth recruiting. That is why I said somewhere that you either convince or confuse the recruiter. Okay, maybe the person might not know that leading a community project is also teaching, but it depends on how you put it. Then the person will be like, oh, okay, actually that is also teaching. In that case, you have either convinced or confused the person. So it's all about you, how you package yourself. Know your worth, know what you are valued for, know your value in order to stand out of the crowd. You get the point? So yeah, like we said, teaching or tutoring experience back home, even informal. Multilingualism. Some people speak French, some people speak Yoruba, some people speak Twi, Amharic, Ewe, and it's a cultural asset. Okay, it's a cultural asset, and with that, they believe you can blend into the culture. You can learn Japanese and blend into the culture. It means you are already multilingual, and that could be global citizenship. It means you understand the value of learning other people's culture. Language is culture, right? So those are some of the things that put us Africans ahead of others. Somebody who is from a native speaking country might only have English as the language. You can speak Yoruba, I can speak Ewe, I can speak Chinese, you can speak French and English. So you are certainly above others. So don't ignore the little languages you can speak. Even if you think people have not heard about it before, let them hear from it, or let them hear of it from you. Okay, let them hear about the language from you. You be proud of the little things. Don't think, oh, my ethnic group is small, people don't know about. No, let them hear from it, or let them hear about it from you. That will make you stand out. Okay, all right. A specific skill, that is music, sports, drama, tech, etc. If you are into such fields, be bold and talk about it. Even in your community, even if you are just a timeline player, if the community is doing something like drama, some local traditional dance or whatever, you are just playing the timeline. It is something you should talk about. That is musical. I studied music during my bachelor's and master's. People go to university to study how to play timeline. You understand? So it is something worth sharing. That will put you ahead of someone who just has English language. That's all. The person cannot do anything sports, cannot do anything musical. Once you can play even that, even the rattle, the maracas, you can play it. It is something you should talk about during your church. If you are singing praises and worship, you play the tambourine. It is something worth sharing. You can talk about it. You are musical. You are highly musical. Put it in your CV. Put it in the form. Know your worth. Package yourself well. This is what will put you ahead of others. Okay? Anyway, the last one, yeah, figure out your combination. Yes, figure out your combination and own it. Own it. Own it. Let it be yours. Let it be you. Okay, guys, we can do this. Oh, okay. Let's answer questions again. Yeah, questions on YouTube first. Please, how long will application season last? Pastor, okay, the application season, once it begins now, it will last till December this year. Even people can apply till January next year. However, I personally strongly recommend that you apply until October, because people who apply after October, mostly, even if they are recruited, they would forward their coming to the following year. For example, people who are applying this year, 2026, if they are successful, they will be coming next year, March, that's 2027. So people who apply from December, January, February, even if you are successful, they would withhold your coming and ask you to come in 2028. So that's all. Okay. I had that the prof policy have changed. Please, I don't know what is the prof policy. Please, what other jobs can someone do apart teaching? There are other jobs that you can do, but most of the jobs require you to speak Japanese. So if you are interested in doing any other job, it is best you study the Japanese and write their exam and have the certificate. Okay. Okay, let's answer some questions on TikTok as well. Thank you for the likes. Levy says, if I am asked to be, okay, I think we've answered that question already. Yeah. Okay. Afa Sule says, I am not teacher. Can I get visa to Japan? If you are not a teacher, I don't know what kind of job you want to do. So please, we talk about people who have bachelor. You don't need to be a teacher, but if you have a bachelor, you can apply. Okay. Adebayo, good afternoon, bro. Yeah, good afternoon, Adebayo. I see you. You are a blessing, bro. God, AK-45. Thank you. God bless us all. Levy, if I am asked, okay, again, if I'm asked to pick start date, what would you advise, please? I will advise you throw it back to them. Tell them you are available. Whatever start date they want or they think is okay, they should give it to you. You are available. Just make them aware you are available. Okay. What about a 3-year diploma, bro? diploma is diploma. If it's not up to a bachelor state or a bachelor status, you cannot apply. Even if you try, they will not respond. Aha. But if you have a diploma and you have done post diploma, they call it PDG, right? I think PDG. If you have done that, it means you have attained the diploma status, you can still apply. Yeah, Toto say, hi, sir. I am interested. I have a bachelor degree. How and where do I apply? Okay, Toto, if you watch one of my pinned videos on my channel, you will get how to get to my YouTube channel because I made a lot of videos about how to apply on my YouTube channel. And if you can DM me for further chatting as well. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Let's keep going. Please, guys, if you are here, don't forget to share this live, tap on your screens. Let's all come together and learn and enlighten ourselves. Okay. James says, what of if you don't have any experience in handwork? Well, I don't know. I don't know. We are talking about people who want to come and teach in Japan. You don't need to be a teacher. Once you have a bachelor and you believe you can teach, you can apply. And that is why we are talking about how to make yourself stand out. There are things that you know you can do, but you don't know you need to talk about them. Those are the things we are talking about so that when you apply, your application will click the recruiter's eye. Oh, no, no, no. Let's go for this person. Okay. I find a job. Nice. Congratulations. Congratulations, Abrani. Yeah. All right. So let's keep going. The next one will be, yes. Now we are talking about the master class again. The 2026 master guide, the book I have been talking about, the one and only ALT guide is here. So grab your copy. If you are new here, this book has a lot of information. It has Japan focused CV, it has Japan focused cover letters. So grab your copy. The link is in the description of this video on my YouTube channel. So please grab your copy. And if you have any further question, I'm always available to attend to your questions. So that is about this book. It's very important, very dear, and it will help you. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. We are almost done. Yeah, almost done. Okay. So the next one, what do you think makes you stand out? Yeah, what do you think makes you stand out? Yes. What do you think makes you stand out? This my question is long. Check the next question to continue. Okay. Please help me answer this. I have the main requirement. I have TEFL and I have applied for my driver's license and I'm currently studying Japanese language. But the assimilation is very slow. And okay. Okay, that's why you say I should check the next question. And okay, let the question come and we will continue. Okay. I need job. Any chance? Frank, we are not sharing jobs. We are encouraging people on how to apply for jobs. So if you are ready to apply for jobs, then stay here. But we don't have jobs that we are giving to people. Okay. All right. So the next question. In what ways can I convince or confuse the recruiter to see my worth? Yeah, this is what I'm saying. In what ways can I convince or confuse the recruiter to see my worth? Keep thinking. We'll talk about it, but let's keep thinking. In what ways can you convince even me that I'm here? If you are applying for a job, take me to be your recruiter. In what ways can you convince or confuse me to see your worth. Okay, let's keep thinking as we so and Borderlink is starting its application process this month. My license is not out yet. I am not confident about the amount of Japanese I know. What do you advise? Should I apply in May or I should apply now? Because I'm thinking Borderlink might finish their main application for foreigners fast. Since they started early, what do you think? What do you advise? Okay. So Beatrice, don't worry. Application is from now, like I said, till December. However, I advise people to apply early. So I believe maybe by June, July, you'll be okay, right? So at that time, you can still apply. Because those things, if you have them, it will definitely boost your chances. So for now, my personal advice is don't worry, don't rush. Yes, Borderlink has started the application, so they say per their website. However, you don't need to rush. Those things are very important and they will put you ahead of someone. So please relax, take them one by one, and you would make it. Okay? That is my personal opinion that I will give you. All right. You, I see you. You is here. Okay. Thank you so much for the likes. Okay. The next question is, in what ways can I convince or confuse the recruiter to see my worth? I believe we've talked about this already. Yes. So let's see. Convince or confuse. You see, not deceive. What we are saying, convince or confuse, we are not talking about deceit. You don't have to deceive anybody. Okay? You don't have to fake anything. Not faking anything, but surprise them. Wow, the recruiter. Because as they are there, they are also human. They don't have it all in their head. They have checklists that they are checking. But if you say certain things that wow them, it means you have confused or you have convinced them. This is what I mean. I don't mean you should tell a lie. I don't mean you should fake documents. No, that is not what I'm talking about. All right. I believe this slide would bring a clarity or further clarity to what I'm saying. Right? Okay. Let the recruiter feel, oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that, but okay, yeah, I think I agree with you. And also remember that the interview is not about just professionalism as if you are there to just listen or just give information. Make it very interactive. Be friendly. Interact with him or her. Okay? Just normal chat like you would communicate with your coworker during work or at workplaces. Okay? If you think about professionalism too much, you can't make it. All right. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm always excited, you know. My say have been applying through different websites, but no luck at all. I have the necessary requirements. Well, then can you DM later? Maybe there are certain things that you could have done better, or yeah, please link up. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Peter. I see you. Hello. How are you? Okay. Next, number 4, ways to stand out in the process. Okay. I'm sharing some ways to stand out in the process. Okay. Good. Number 1, during the demo, because the application is in different phases. Number 1, when you apply and you are invited to an interview, some of the companies will ask you to present self-introductory video. That is stage 1. I have made a sample introductory video on my YouTube channel. If you haven't gotten access to that, you can head to my YouTube channel and check it out. That is one. During the last recruitment season, people who submitted their self-introductory video and it hasn't met their expectations, they don't even give them the chance to appear during interviews. So it is the first point of putting your leg forward. All right. During that time, you need to be intentional about what you say, how you say it, your facial expression, your energy level, everything. You need to put everything in a whole, package yourself well. I've made detailed video, like I said, go check it out. And number two, storytelling in interviews. Yes. Okay. Let me tell me about yourself. This question is not anything you just say, my name is no. This is a good opportunity to show your worth. Okay. It's a 60-second story that ends with why you are sitting in that chair. Good. Yeah, so this story, tell me about yourself. It's a good opportunity to say everything about yourself in just few seconds. Okay? It's not about reading your CV. They have your CV already. It's about telling them something or certain things that you couldn't put in the CV. Huh? Okay. Follow up professionalism. Yes, I made a video in which I said, normally, professionally, after every interview, you should say a thank you. You should send an email to show appreciation to the interviewer, whether it's going well or whether you think the interview did not go well in your favor or not. You should, by all means, send an email after an interview. That is professionalism. So imagine 1,000 people applied. You all went through the interview. 500 people did not even remember to send a thank you message. Then 500 people sent the thank you message. It means those 500 might be considered first. So you are in that 500. And certain things might be considered again. Probably you have done those things. So you are pushing yourself up a bit. Okay. So those are some of the things you need to do in order to put yourself ahead of others. Very simple, right? Okay. Then the cultural awareness, right? The cultural awareness is also another signal. Okay. Yeah. Those are some of the things you need to do in order to stand out. For example, in Japan, the bow, you should let them know that, oh yeah, in Japan, even you can say it like, even though in my country we don't usually bow, but I know in Japan they usually bow. So I have started learning how to bow. It means you have identified something in the country. It means you are culturally being sensitive. Those are the things you need to do in order to put yourself above others. They are very, very little, right? But they make big, very big differences. You get it? All right. Okay. You have any question? The main man. Certified quality. Yeah, so got your visa. Wow. Wow. How much is flight ticket from Nigeria to Japan now in Ethiopia Airlines? Oh, just head to Ethiopia Airline website, straightforward, and check it through. Don't let anybody lie to you. Just go to their website. Okay. If the airport is close to you, go to their stand. You can buy it from there. Okay. Good. Good luck. The next question is, oh, we're talking about the book again. Yeah, we know about the book already. So we are about to end. Very few questions more. Have you ever surprised someone in an interview? How did you feel? Hmm? So, if you have attended interviews before, have you ever surprised somebody? Yes, I have. I have. with my dresses. They will say, oh, in fact, your dress looks beautiful. Where did you get it from? Is it your country's dress? So and so. Those are the things. They are surprised. They haven't seen it before. That is why I encourage people that even though interviews are to be formal, if you have your cultural dress that is formal, you can wear it. It doesn't necessarily mean you should be in suit always. No, I try to be different. I always try to be unique in my very own way. So I wore fugu during interviews. I wore some African dresses from Ghana. Not necessarily I have suits, but I want to be different. I am intentional about it. So once you are intentional about it, if something comes up like questions, you know why you wore it, so you can talk about it. All right. So as I'm talking about it now, if you want to do it, please at least read some. It's your country's cloth, right? Right. But read something little about it, because a question might come about it. Your interview might turn to be everything about what you have, what you wear. You are supposed to talk about teaching, but it might end up becoming questions about your dress. Imagine you wore something from your country and they ask you a question, you don't even know the name, you don't even know how it's prepared, you don't even know any history about it. That is a disaster. Okay? All right. Please, do you have my any info regarding MEX scholarship? I know MEX scholarship, I think it will be open April, May, yeah, for those people who are supposed to come in October this year. So yeah, that's all I know. Next, what actually is my worth? We talk about this. Please ask these questions yourself, right? What actually is your worth? After we've spoken so long, what actually is your worth? Yeah, Beatrice, thank you so much for the question. I mean, Prof, you mean proof of funds? Proof of funds. Please, what other jobs? Proof of funds. Please, proof of funds has done what? Mr. Patrick, proof of funds has done what, please? Okay. What actually is my worth? Please ask yourself these questions. As we are about to conclude, ask yourself these questions. What actually is my worth? Okay. What actually is your worth? I know my worth. What is your worth? Those are the things that will guide you. Okay. Please, if you are watching from TikTok, don't forget to follow this account and share with others. Okay. If you're watching from YouTube, if this is your first time, don't forget to click the subscribe button so that you stay connected, because we come up with interesting information every time. And our goal is to make you come to Japan through the teaching path successfully. So please subscribe and follow so that we keep in touch. Okay? Currently with my book and pen. Levy. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so the question 3 here says, a lot of us struggle to articulate our worth. Yes, we struggle. You don't have to. So we downplay, we hedge, and we say, I think I'm okay. No, you are not okay. Say it. Don't keep it in your mind. Say it. There's there's something I have learned working with people from North Africa, Once you leave Africa, you are going to be working with people from various countries. I work with people from Australia a lot, US, Philippines, Italy, South Africa. I've worked with people, different people. And one thing I've realized is the smallest thing that they do, they want it recognized. Okay? Certain things that we do, maybe for somebody, okay, this is my water, it's here, and maybe it's about to fall. If I see it, or I will put it down nicely. And if somebody comes to ask, who helped me with my water, I will just say, oh, it's nothing. But the other people, they want it recognized. They will even tell you, oh, your water was about to fall and I put it nicely for you. For you to know that, yes, they have done something. Meanwhile, where I came from, those were nothing because we were trained to support each other. But if you are in my shoes, now I'm telling you that the little things you do, please talk about them. Okay? The support you give to your people when you are working, you can talk about them because they are looking for people who are team workers, who are supportive of their team members. So that is also something you should talk about. Don't downplay yourself. Those little things, they are something that, or they are the things that will make the biggest difference. Okay? All right. When we should be saying, I think this, and this to your school. Yeah. So if you have helped people in your group, in your team to succeed, once they are looking for team workers or team players, you can let them know, oh, during my so and so, I've assisted in my group. I did this. I was the secretary. I assisted everybody. And so I believe I can support the Japanese teachers in the classroom so that we deliver the lessons to the Japanese learners correctly or perfectly or accurately. It means you are bringing yourself into the classroom. You are bringing your experience into the teaching. That is it. Okay? Every place we do teamwork. If you are a banker, you have a manager and you work as a team, right? If you are a nurse, you work as a team. If you're a teacher, you work as a team. You have a head teacher. You have other colleague teachers. So you work as a team in order to promote the school, isn't it? Yes, it is. So all those things, teamwork doesn't have to be only in teaching. As a church, you are a team. Whether you are in the choir, you are a Sunday school teacher, or you are just a regular church member, you are part of the team. You sing, right? You are part of the team. So teamwork doesn't have a color. It doesn't have to be here or there. Teamwork is universal. So whatever thing you have done relating to supporting a group, you have been a team player. You talk about it. It will help you a lot. Okay? All right. Sorry, I have no idea about Korea. Will I be posting infos on Mex? I'm sorry, I don't actually delve into Mex as such. So if I promise you that I will be posting it, I might be deceiving myself, not you. So, but I don't want to deceive myself. So you understand? I actually applied last year, but got rejected without reason. Yes, when they don't pick you, they don't give reasons. So some of them is what we are trying to correct here. So you can still apply today, or not today. Well, you can apply today, but I mean, you can apply this season. Okay. Can one discuss about the leadership role taken when one was still in the university? Of course, you can talk about it. Those are some valuable assets that could put you ahead of someone. So please talk about it. Somebody is asking about talking about their leadership roles in the university. What better experience could be more than that? Please talk about it. Okay? Okay. All right. I'm new here. What do I need to get a job in Japan? You need first a bachelor. That's a university degree. If you have a bachelor, you are more than good to go. Okay? Because we encourage people to come as teachers. That is the easiest way to come to Japan legally. Or if you have somebody here, your spouse, that's either your husband or your wife, you can join him or her here easily. Apart from that, we encourage people to come as teachers. All right. Yes. So, like I was saying, your worth. It's not about arrogance. It's not arrogance. If you talk about your experience, your leadership experience in your university, it's not arrogance. That was what you did. So don't think if I say I was the student leader, I did this, I helped them to do this, I helped them to do that, they will see you to be arrogant. No, that is not arrogance. That is your worth. That is what you are bringing to the table. So you should be bold. You should be proud to talk about it. Okay. All right. Next. Okay. The three-part worth statement. Yeah. Part one. We are about to conclude. So, part one, what you've done. Yes, what you have done should be what you should talk about. What you have done. All right. Oh, I think we have a question on YouTube. Please, can you organize a basic Japanese likely interview questions and answers live for us, please? Oh yeah, for that, okay, let me address that at the end of this live stream. That will be the last thing I'll talk about because I already have that in place. So please stay tuned. Okay, let's continue. Um, I actually applied last year, but God, okay, we talked about this already. Part one, I'm saying the three parts worth statements. These are some of the things you should talk about as we are getting to the end of this live. Please, we are trying to bring everything together. So, part one, what you've done. Okay, I have X years, or I have X experience, or I have experience doing X. Those are the things you should talk about. If you have been a teacher, you talk about it. How many years? You talk about it. So if you say you've been a teacher, it's too vague. You should be specific. Whatever you've done, however you help your students to pass, those are the evidence, those are the scorecards that you should talk about. Okay? If you say you are a teacher, you've been teaching for this long, fine. What is your evidence, or what can you talk about yourself that your work has achieved, or you have achieved something from your work? How did you help your kids? That is the goal. You should let the interviewer know that, yes, through your efforts, you help this kid to be that or that. If you have been teaching for long and your students left your school and they are now studying in other places, which you know, you should talk about it. I taught students this lesson and they are now in the university offering this course or that course. It means you have been a successful teacher. You have been an impactful teacher. Your lessons helped students to attain a higher educational level. That is a plus. It's a goal that you have that you should talk about. Okay? All right. Part two, what you bring. Yes, exactly what I said. I am the kind of person who does Z naturally. Yeah. What do you do naturally? Everybody does something naturally. What do you do naturally? You don't need to be told before you do it naturally. Are you that person who is a team worker naturally? Are you that person who is time conscious naturally? Are you that person who is creative naturally? Are you that person who enjoys leadership positions naturally? However, you know that you are not going to be the leader here, but if you have that skill naturally, you can talk about it. It's not arrogance. Okay. Part three, what that means for them, what that means for the company. That is the point. If you are saying you communicate, you are a good communicator naturally, and so what does it mean for the company? You should tell them that being a good communicator means you are going to have a good time with your teachers, and it will promote the company because you will not give the company any troubles. So you should point to them what it means for them. Do you get a point? Aha. Okay. Please, somebody say, please, I'm interested in traveling to Japan. Okay, then listen to what we are saying. We are talking about how to come to Japan as a teacher. Okay. I actually applied. Okay. All right. So I believe I've answered questions. So next. Yes. So this is the last slide. Or last but one. What do you bring? Let's fill in this sentence. I bring dash to the classroom. Be specific. No passion without context. So please, I'm waiting. When you are watching from YouTube, what did you bring? Or what can you bring? Can you type it? Just one sentence is enough. I bring dash to the classroom. Let's go. Let's go. I bring dash to the classroom. Come on, let's go. Only teachers. Oh, Obi, Essian. No, you don't have to be a teacher, but you have to get a bachelor. If you have a bachelor, you are qualified. Please, can I apply for a printing press job in Japan, and how? Printing press job. Well, I have no idea about that. Maybe you can, but you need Japanese language ability. You want to apply for printing press job? How? Why? Because in Japan, I can just walk and do my printing by myself. The machines are there. You don't need any human being to guide. Okay, if you cannot understand the Japanese, human beings can guide you. But the machines are there. You don't have to pay anybody. You pay into the machine and the machine prints everything for you. Yeah, that's fine. So if you have a bachelor, you can apply to come as a teacher. I bring new experience and hope to my learners in the classroom. Okay, that's okay. AK-47, that's very nice. But what kind of experience are you talking about? What kind of experience? If you say it this way, the interviewer will not say anything. They'll say, oh, okay, okay. They will nod their head. But within you, what kind of experience do you think you are bringing? That is where the answer lies. Do you get the point? Uh-huh. All right, on YouTube, I think no one is willing to share their uh, insights, what they are bringing. So, all right, so let's leave it there. And back to your question, Beatrice. You said, please, can you organize a basic Japanese lively or likely interview questions and answers live for us, please? Yes, I actually have decided about this. And initially, I started organizing these sample interviews or preliminary interviews for people since 2021. However, it wasn't on YouTube. It was just through WhatsApp and sometimes Skype those days. But I felt I was being abused. And so this time, I am putting it to people who will be likely. I'm hoping everybody is likely to be called to interview, though. If you are invited for an interview and you want my assistance one-on-one, then you will be paying a commitment fee. Then you will be able to join a particular a dedicated WhatsApp group. Then from there, I will be able to guide you because I will have time for you. Is it filling the form? I will guide you. I will not be the one to do it for you because the form that you are going to be filling, if you are successful in the second interview, you will be asked questions based on the form. So my job is to just guide you to fill the form by yourself. And I'll have one-on-one interview with you if you so desire. Okay? So that is my plan for now. So Beatrice, I hope I have answered you. That is what we'll be doing going forward. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Muti, I see you. Good topic, ne? Yes. Thank you so much for joining. I actually applied for MEX last year but got rejected without reason. MEX. Okay, I have no deeper knowledge about the MEX scholarship and how it works. I just know that it's the government's scholarship that is offered to applicants, students. Yeah. So, yes, I think we've done so much for today. Yeah, we've spoken a lot. I believe we've picked something from it today. And let's keep working on ourselves. Let's know our worth because we have so much greatness in us. But if you don't talk about it, nobody knows. Yeah, that's the point. If you don't talk about it, no one knows. It will remain in your head. Even if your head is split, if they split your head into two, if your head is splitted into two, we can't see it unless you voice it out. So please, don't feel shy. You are not being arrogant. Talk about what you think you have done. Talk about what you are bringing to the table. Talk about what that means to the companies. All right? You've not addressed my answer based on the question you asked. What is your answer, please? Anyway, from YouTube, I believe we've done a lot. Let's keep believing in ourselves, and God willing, we shall meet the next time. But if you are watching a replay, don't forget to check this video on your screen, this playlist on your screen, because you are going to find out more about how to apply to jobs in Japan. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.